Hello. I am back. First of all, it's Shay Johnson with another live takeover, which I do every single month. But what's unique about this live is I'm pretty much talking about my current situation, which is the fact that I am pregnant, and I found out I have 3 fibroids. So the pregnancy, it was great to announce that, and here's the baby. My doctor said I'm gaining too much weight, so I need to go on a Prego diet. Which, okay, no problem. But I had to calm down today because I had a doctor's appointment, and it was told to me that not only can I not have a vaginal birth because of my myomectomy. I have something called previa, and previa is when the placenta is actually blocking the cervix so the baby can't get out. So even if there was a slight chance to have a vaginal birth after a myomectomy, which is not unheard of at all because my friend did it, I have a second situation that's preventing me from even having a vaginal birth. So I decided to kind of dedicate the lives that I'm doing to my current situation so I can educate women so they won't possibly be in the same situation I'm in. Know your options when it comes to fibroids. And I wanted to go live with a couple people who have experienced what I went through. I was very emotional earlier because I just had my heart set on a vaginal birth. And the reason I wanted it so bad is because after my myomectomy, I kind of wanted to normalize my situation. And I felt that, if I had a vaginal birth, a normal birth like most women do, it would make me feel better. And unfortunately, that's just not the case. So there's several people that wanted to go live to kind of express their situations. And so, let's see. There was one individual that her story stood out. Here she is. Let's see if we can go live with her. Let's see. Go live. Go live. Bam. Story. And I want her to tell her story. What I'm trying to do is speak up and speak out on different situations so people understand. Hey!
Hey, how are you?
Doing? I'm better.
Well, it's good. I'm glad to hear that.
I was a little emotional earlier because my doctor, I got a second opinion that I won't be able to have a vaginal birth. And it's mainly because I had the myomectomy done.
Yeah.
And
I was told the same thing.
Well, let me introduce everybody. I kind of did a video and I posted it on my page, which went a little viral, explaining my situation with fibroids and being pregnant. And I had several different comments. I had so many different ladies that's been in the situation that I'm in, or they're going through the situation that I'm in now. So this individual that's here, introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Patrice Bibbs. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee.
All right. So Patrice has actually been in a situation where she was also pregnant with fibroids, correct?
Correct.
And I just want you to give a little bit on your story. Like, what I want to know personally, because I'm going through it now. And I know every woman's situation is different, but what happened in your particular situation when you were pregnant with fibroids?
Well, when I had a 6-pound fibroid removed when I was April of 2012, and I became pregnant 6 months later. And so in the process of being pregnant, 4 fibroids grew. So it was one right here.
6 months? You had it removed, and within 6 months you got pregnant and they came back?
Yes.
Oh my God.
And so it was one in front of her head and one in the back. And there was 2 like in the mid part of her body. And so the doctor was like, well, that's not looking good because they can suffocate her. And so I had to go to the doctor like every other week. And so when I see her head will be going just like this. Just like this. And so throughout that pregnancy, of course, I had to wear a belt. And it was kind of depressing. I ended up losing 30 pounds. because of the fact is I just had a 6 pound removed. Now you telling me every time I go, one to group, so there was 4. And I was
So
due August. Go ahead.
was the fibroid and the baby kind of fighting for the blood, the nutrients, and that's why the fibroid was growing. So the fibroid was growing just as fast as the baby.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And so actually this particular fibroid was 6 pounds and my baby was 6'4".
I mean,
So
it was about the same size. Oh my God. Oh my God, that is huge.
and so right now I have 4. I still have them. One is the size of a golf ball and the other 3 are the size of a softball.
How was the
So
baby?
well, she came early. She was 6'4". Um she actually came out pretty good. I cried because that the doctor kept telling me, don't congratulations yet. So I kind of hid it all the way to July. I tried to, because of constantly hearing from the doctor, well, don't get happy because there's a possibility. And I'm like, at the end of the day, God has the last say.
So
So
how far were you when you said you had her early? How early did you conceive?
like a month, my
So you
water
were
had
eight
broke.
months.
Yes.
And you were 8 months because of the fibroids.
Well, I was 8 months. I didn't really grow as much because I was losing weight. So I guess, and she wasn't really gaining.
Oh wow.
So she was small. She was a preemie, 6 pounds, but I was grateful to actually hold her because I kept having that feeling because of hurting with fibroids, they moving, she moving. It was a lot. And one day I was at home, I just kept going back and forth, and the water just broke. So,
Wow.
so I'm like, okay, am I gonna have to push her? But I know the doctor told me a C-section. And so when I got to the hospital, about
So
30
they
minutes later,
so they cut you open to get the baby out. You couldn't have a vaginal.
because see,
How
they had already cut me up and down to get the 6 pound fibroid out. So right now I have, might as well say, a T from
okay.
the bottom, the kidney line cut, as well as getting the fibroid out.
Did the baby have any type of complications or anything once she was removed? Oh, thank God. That's good.
She came home with me. Only thing
That's
was she was
good.
smaller. She had a little, well, she have sickle cell trait. But other than
Okay.
that, she was pretty much healthy.
How old is she now?
8. She'll be 9 in August.
Hey, that's good. Is
So
that your only child, or
my only one.
did you have to have a hysterectomy or anything after, or can you still
Right
conceive?
now, I'm going, it's been kind of hard to schedule it because I'm like, I don't want to give that piece of me away. Because as
Yeah.
women, we want to be able to have that option to conceive. But
Yeah.
I'm grateful for the one that God gave me. Because these 4 now
Amen.
is giving me,
So
because,
you
yeah.
currently have the fibroids still in you,
Yes, ma'am.
and will you have them removed?
Yes, I spoke with my doctor about a week ago, and she said just decide if you want to do the hysterectomy or do you want to do the pills or whatever you want to do, be behind you. And so I prayed about it, and I asked God, at least let me be able to have one baby. So he blessed me with that one. And so I'm not going to keep trying to. I would
But I
love more,
understand.
but I was grateful for her. So,
Amen. That's a
yes.
blessing. And that's actually when I found out my news today that I was not able to have a baby vaginally, my mom kind of expressed to me that you have to understand some women can't conceive at all, or they have way worse situations than you have. So I have to look at the blessing in it, and I do see the blessing. I just had my heart set on a vaginal birth, and it's not
Yeah.
going to happen. And because I had the myomectomy, that cut, I remember that pain. I remember what I went through, and it's going to be a longer process of healing, once I have a
Yes,
C-section. How long did it
it
take you
is.
to heal after that
To be
C-section?
honest, well, I had a setback because something went wrong somewhere,
Okay.
and I came on, and I ended up having to go to the hospital. And so once I got out, I stayed probably 2 days. And once I got out, I wasn't able to hold her for like a week and a half.
Did you have any blood transfusions or anything?
Mm-mm.
Well, that's
Thank
good. So
God.
your iron was good.
Yeah. But
When
of
are
course,
what? No,
we
go
are
tell me.
anemic at the same time when you're having
Yeah.
fibroids. So a lot come with it. But by the grace of God, I didn't have to have one. But
When
there's a
when
possibility I might have to have one soon due to the ones I got now.
well, when that's my question. When will you make your decision on how you want to remove the fibroids that are there now?
Well, what I'm going to do, because actually I called them this morning. So I'm waiting to hear back to see what day they have open. So she was asking me, do I want to do the robotic hysterectomy, where it would take less time
Oh.
to heal and I can go right home after the
So,
treatment?
have you heard of UFE, uterine fibroid embolization, the non-surgical procedure to remove fibroids? I'm just asking, wondering if that's an option for you to remove them. That's why I'm asking.
Well, she said due to the way they cut me both times, there's a possibility that I might not be able to get the robotic due to the torn tissue.
Well, I know uterine fibroid embolization is a non-surgical procedure, which we're on USA Fibroid Center's page right now, and they
Mm-hmm.
have locations set up around the country.